Hi, Lokhesh. I'm with Lokhesh
Hi,
Ujhoodha
Yves.
today. And Lokhesh is our support manager, which is quite an important role because we like doing support at events. Well, we.
Yep. Yeah, of course, it's an important part of Yves. So, it has been here since the start, and yeah, we love our customers. We love to give support, good support. Uh, yeah.
Yeah. How long you've been a developer when you began? I think.
Yeah. So, it's the story actually starts in 2017. There was this conference in Mauritius. It's the biggest conference in Mauritius, the developers conference. Um, and Greg and Haley actually at that time they were invited to the conference.
So
Greg has this he had this Greg Young he had to do this talk on event sourcing. This was the first time I heard about event sourcing, so I went to the talk, attended Greg's talk, which is great. He's great at doing this stuff. Okay, the talk is over. I go on my way, right? Then at night there was this happy hour. I went there late, and there were no place to sit apart from next to Greg actually. So I went there. I sat there. Greg and I and actually Haley as well. We all had drinks. We spoke and we drank until they kicked us out that day. So after that, Greg told me maybe it was the alcohol. He asked me if I wanted to join the event store.
Mhm.
um, I said no. I had just opened my own company at that time. So I said no. But I have a guy called Sean. I think you will know him now. He's also an engineer at Investo. I said I have this guy who's looking for to work on open source and stuff like that. So the next day, I introduced Sean to Greg. He joined Event Store. So it was only 1 year later that Sean was. I was speaking with Sean, and he was always telling me about the great things that Event Store has been doing. How great of a company it is, the culture, the cool stuff that we work on at Event Store. So he was always a fan of algorithms, and he got to do that at Event Store, which was great. And then he was telling me that they were recruiting, and if I was interested. So I said, okay, why not? Um, During that time, Daniel and James Nugent were visiting Mauritius, and I interviewed with them. It was a great interview. James Nugent had a lot of technical questions. Which I would I think I answered correctly because I got the job. But then on April Fool, on the 1st of April of 2018, I joined the company as a software engineer.
Yep.
So at that time, uh, we already had a lot of customers, which is great, which shows that uh, Investo was always a product that was needed and a good product because if I recall, even in 2018, we had over 80 customers. Yeah, and uh, and those customers, most of them we just acquired by going to conferences and things like that. It was not like right now. We have our whole the marketing department, the sales department, etc. It was Daniel Warren who was doing most of the heavy lifting there. But we started to feel that there was a need to have a support manager. So at that time, oh, whoops, I think we are disconnected. So in 2018, every software engineer had to split his time between doing support and doing engineering. We still had our daily stand-ups and everything, but everyone was required to do both of them. And we with an increasing number of customers that we were getting, we soon felt the need to have a proper support manager and So Daniel approached me and asked me if I wanted to step into that role. I said yes. I had previous experience in managing teams, managing people. So I said, yeah, sure, I'll do. And there was one point in time where we had around 60 open tickets, I think. So the first thing that we did, Daniel and I, we worked on a process to uh, to optimize how we would give the best experience to our customers, help resolve the maximum amount of tickets, and also give enough time for engineers to get both enough exposure to the customer needs and also do the development side. Because I guess this is how the engineering team is going to be working best, right? To know what the customer needs. And the customer needs are extremely important at events. So we devised that process, and over a few months, or I think around 6 months actually, half a year maybe, we were we really decreased the number of tickets, and also we decreased the number of issues that customers were having by focusing on, on the most common ones, the ones which were the major ones, etc. And compared to how Investor was in 2018 and right now, I can say it has improved a lot. And I think even right now, with the the way that Investor is structured, we focus a lot on our customers, and I think this is the right way to do that. Yeah. Oh, Yves, I can't hear you.
I was muted. Um, um, maybe we need to say that the company has been structured around support. Actually, I mean that's the revenue. That's one of the revenue stream for a long time. So support is important. And what I mean, what kind of support do we offer actually? Because
So,
there's a
yeah,
lot of
it's a
different
good
questions
question.
coming in.
It's a good question. So, first of all, like you're saying, so Investor grew together with its customers, actually. Customers have not only provided their issues to be fixed, but we have customers who have contributed to the database as well. So event store support is a bit different from your usual support. We are really a technical support. So all of us are engineers, software engineers. That's one thing. And when you join as a customer, when you buy support package, it's a whole journey. So we are not here only to fix your issues on a one-off time or anything like that. So if, for example, let's take an example, if you're reporting that you're having a certain amount of latency that you don't want when you're performing a read, for example, we are going to, of course, look at that. We are also going to look at, for example, your correct configuration. We are going to be asking you about the stats file, and then we are going to perform some kind of checkup and to make sure that you're running to the best of your ability. We really want our customers to succeed. So then there's that part. This is the usual support part. Then if ever you have a feature request and you're an enterprise customer, we also send that to the engineering team to be triaged. The core engineering team, I mean, to be triaged, of course. If you're then it also works as an insurance policy. If you have your clusters down, we will do our best to help you get back online. I really recommend the enterprise licenses because they give a lot more advantages. For example, if ever you have an enterprise package and you are down, we are going to stay up if we need to and assist you along the way to be able to get you back online. We have a whole roster for that. We have a roster of usual engineers, software engineers. Then we also have a whole escalation roster of senior engineers where you will get the likes of Chris, who has been on the show. You will get Haley, you will get James, even. So, yeah, we will provide whatever resources that's needed to get you back online. The other benefits are, let's say, you want more information on how to use a specific feature, which is really new, or you're not sure, you need some clarification from the docs, you can get to us. We will explain to you any doubts that you have. We'll get you up to speed. Also, when you buy the support package, you actually get access to commercial tools, and you will get tools that can perform, for example, verification of chunks. That's one example. You can do incremental backups with those tools. There's a lot of things that you can do with those tools. Even scan, for example, broken dead link to events, which are linked to events pointing to events that have been deleted. You can scan that, get a report, and see if they are taking too much space. There's so many things from that tool actually. Yeah, and you also get a few plugins which are interesting. This is on the support page though, so I think that's probably public knowledge.
There's a host of things, and what I've noticed in my time up here, and things I really want to say that is that all the difficult cases are discussed daily with everybody. That's whenever there's any doubt or difficulties in finding some kind of resolution, it gets discussed with engineering, with dev advocacy.
Yeah. So
So
maybe
there's a real close.
that's a very good point though. So usually maybe on another, I'm assuming on other support teams, maybe all the issues don't get forwarded to the core engineering team. But I think, yeah, for us it's different. We if we find something new, or if there's something challenging a customer, we always bring it up with the engineering team, so that even if we don't provide a fix for it right now, at least it's going to be considered for a next version. Even if the customer hasn't asked us to do that explicitly, we are going to do it because this is how we got rid of most of the issues initially, and we are going to continue to do it. We are going to improve the product further, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. This is an improvement process for the product as well, and I mean the collaboration there between everybody is quite impressive, and that is probably already said that a few times, but that's I find that incredible that it gets discussed and everybody is listening to everybody and getting ideas, and even when the specific problem of the customer is solved, something will stay on the line to get a better experience.
And to add to that, maybe another reason to to get, sorry, I'm selling the customer support package maybe. So another reason is that when you buy a support package, you also buy and we have a first reply SLA. We also have an update SLA that we have to get back to you and continue to work on things. And our way of doing things is that, let's say you open a ticket which is urgent. There are 4 levels. We try to de-escalate it until it's good again. And actually, we are doing, I mean, not us, but the customer success team is also doing something really cool for the enterprise customers. So you will have weekly meetings, monthly meetings, my bad, with the customer success manager. And if ever you are not happy with something, it also gets communicated to us. And there's a whole chain of communication which goes on, and we take customer feedback really seriously.
Yeah, yeah, I can attest to that. I've been to some of those monthly customer meetings and so on, and even helping for some tickets where communication wasn't going well. So just have a call and we can get to the bottom of the issue. So that's nice. Is up to now we had like customer with on-premise systems, and now it's changing with the cloud offering we have, the managed cloud. And does that change the kind of do you feel already a change in the kind of support you have, or
of course. We have to provide support not only on the first product, which is Investo. Now it is a bit like we have a second product to support, which is fine. So it's the support that we give to cloud customers are mostly related to them setting up the cloud instance. So contrary to setting up your own instance, there's a lot more room for error when you are going to configure your server. So what we notice is that once you set up on cloud, a lot of your worries are going to go away. We have a hybrid type. We have hybrids as well. So we have customers who are both on cloud and both they have a support package. So if you're on cloud, you can still have a support package, of course, because although you probably wouldn't have issues about configurations and stuff like that, you could still be needing some help on the client side, for example, connecting, or maybe on advice on when to best run scavenging and stuff like that, or how or anything else works, like cluster subscription, etc. So even if you're on as a cloud, you're a cloud customer, you can still benefit from the support package. But there are different kinds of tickets, of course. We will be getting the most popular tickets is actually advice on establishing peering. However, this was for early access. This was the case, but I think there's the advocacy team has done a really good job on documentation, and we practically don't get them anymore. So this is one example of how we improved things. So we have really good documentation. Actually, if you maybe many will not remember the first version of documentation. Oh man!
That was
that was something.
You wanted to use a product.
But the advocacy team has done a really good job of documenting stuff.
Yeah.
And also we should also welcome all everyone who contributes on Investo to also contribute to the docs. It's a bit rarer, I think.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah, that's a thing. There's a room for improvements in the documentation as well. That's for sure.
But the thing is, Investo we changes so rapidly that it can be hard to catch up sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the release cadence has changed and so on. So, and we do have customers that are sometimes on really old version, and helping them move to new version is part of your job also.
That's another good example of how the support team is. So we should have so we could, if we wanted to tell them that, okay, we told you that we are going to support the previous two versions. Now you're out of support. We won't be able to help you with issues with the old versions, but we don't do that actually. As long as you have a plan to upgrade, this is an important point. As long as you have a plan to upgrade, we help you. We help you to do that. And but anyone who is listening and is on version 4 or before that, there are so many improvements that you're going to benefit from by upgrading to the latest version. That there's really no reason to stay on version 4 now.
Yep.
Yeah. We even have a client which we made for customers, by the way. The request was initiated by one of our biggest customers so the client is able to communicate with version 5 and version 20.10 others with minimal configuration, just a auto compatibility parameter. which is great, I think.
That feature came from support actually. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it
I
first
didn't
came
knew that.
from, I'm not sure if I can say the customer's name, but
Probably
it
not.
started as that, and then we noticed that other customers are also going to benefit from that.
Yeah.
So,
So that
yeah, and actually, if when you have a support plan, we do have we really help you with your upgrade process as well. We make it as smooth as possible.
yeah, I've seen that, and I must really say that's my own. I'm impressed by the work you guys are doing, or the whole team is doing on support, because there's yeah.
We are
d-
so
d-
far. Maybe I hope I don't jinx it. We are at 100% SLAs this year.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you, you're not showing that. You should show that on the weekly whole hands on deck meeting
Yeah.
and stuff like. Okay,
But even last year it was between like 97% or something. So.
yeah, that's a pretty cool number. Um, that's all I had to ask and wanted to know at the moment. Thank you very much, Lokhesh,
Thanks, Yves.
and see you later. Bye.
Yeah, I'll see you later. Bye bye.